Now, the United States military says it's completed an 11th consecutive night of airstrikes against Iran. US Central Command says it targeted Iran's maritime capabilities, drone facilities and aircraft hangars. Air defences were activated across Tehran for only the second time in the latest round of escalation. Explosions were heard in the northwest, including in the city of Tabriz, which was targeted for a second day. Several cities on Iran's southern coast were also hit in the latest round of US attacks. Let's go live to Resul Serdar. He joins us from the Iranian capital. So as I mentioned there, Resul, air defenses activated in Tehran, but did the capital actually come under attack?
Well, according to the officials, Tehran was not attacked by Americans last night. Indeed, we also haven't heard any sounds of the explosions here in the capital. However, in the eastern part of the city, so the air defenses were activated. We have heard some of the sounds, but they were for the activation of the air defense systems. So this is the second time that we're seeing the air defenses are being activated over Tehran, but so far no explosions, no impact, no attacks on the capital of the country. However, having said that, so last night was one of the largest wave of attacks carried out by the United States. Indeed, it was quite widespread from the northwestern of the country up and down to the south of the country. Tabriz, one of the largest cities in Iran, also it's an industrial hub for the Iranian economy. For the third time it was attacked, and then we have seen again and again systemically the Americans going after the ports across the coastline of Iran. But for the first time we have seen also in Kangawar, the Kermanshah province, for the first time was hit, and then outskirts of Bane in the Kurdistan province. So that also for the first time we have seen that was also attacked by the United States. So the civilian infrastructure, military targets and the commercial hubs are the focus of the American attacks.
And Resul, Iranian officials are now vowing to take the conflict to the next level if the US goes on attacking Iran. What are they referring to?
Well, indeed. So we are hearing such statements repeatedly, both from the political figures and the military officials here. So nowadays, particularly, this kind of statements have been intensified. Perhaps one of the reasons is that the United States, again and again, they're talking about an attack on the Pickaxe Mountain. That the American officials are claiming that that Iran has moved most of its centrifuges to that mountain, and now Iranians are saying that particularly if the United States attacks on our nuclear sites or facilities, then the answer is going to be quite harsh, and they're going to take their attacks to the next level. So here, Iranians are talking about proportionality and the response to be in kind. So infrastructure for infrastructure. This is the policy that is adopted by Tehran. So if the military posts of Iran are targeted, Iran saying that they are also going to target the American military assets across the region. And then if the commercial sites are targeted, Iranians are targeting the commercial sites in the region. So the civilian infrastructure and also some of the companies as well now. So only that is not contained with the military sites. So some of the companies, also Iranians, are frequently talking about it, that they are targeting. But one of the things here is Bab al-Mandab. So Iranians have never confirmed that they have asked Houthis, Ansarullah Houthis, to close Bab al-Mandab. However, off the record, when we talked to some of the officials, they said that that could be one of the last options. If we see that the survival of the state is at stake, then the coordination between Tehran and Houthis could go bigger, and Bab al-Mandab also could be closed. So what we are seeing here is that Iranians are promising to extend the scope of the attacks across the region.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much, Resul Serdar from Tehran.